In today's cast, we look at two agencies celebrating their 50th anniversaries and our People in Transit feature on a planner at Omnitrans. But first, the MTA's recent opening of its South Ferry Station. Welcome to the Mass Transit TV network. MTA's South Ferry Station reopened to customers at 5 a.m. Thursday, April 4th. The station had been closed since 2009, and the station has been renovated and placed back in service, while the new station, damaged by Hurricane Sandy, is being repaired. MTA acting chairman and other MTA personnel were on hand to greet customers that morning at the main entrance to the station adjacent to the Staten Island Ferry Terminal. Though MTA crews had tried to barricade the new station entrances and ventilation grates before Sandy, chest-high water poured down the stairs and filled the station 80 feet deep from track level to the mezzanine. The rebuild effort will take an estimated $600 million and up to 3 years. Recently, two agencies held 50-year anniversary celebrations, Long Beach Transit and the Bi-State Development Agency Metro in St. Louis. 50 years ago, the Long Beach Public Transportation Company was formed, and March 15th this year, Long Beach Transit celebrated its 50th anniversary. The crowd at the Customer Appreciation event enjoyed refreshments, a raffle for limited edition 50th anniversary books, commemorative 50th anniversary bus pass holders, music, Long Beach Transit memorabilia on display, and live entertainment. The limited edition book, written by former City Councilman Renee Simon, chronicles the agency's 50-year history. According to marketing manager Kevin Lee, LBT's ridership has grown more quickly than the Long Beach population itself, with more than 28 million people a year using the system. Keynote speakers at the event included President and CEO Larry Jackson and Board Chair Barbara Sullivan-George. April 23rd, St. Louis Metro employees, customers, community members, and the St. Louis Cardinals mascot Fredbird celebrated 50 years of Metrobus service to the bi-state region. As part of the celebration, 1960s tribute band Ticket to the Beatles performed, and Metro Transit and the St. Louis Cardinals gave away 4 tickets to the home opener. Bi-State Development Agency Metro President and CEO John Nation said, "It's hard to believe that the 50 years have gone by since Bi-State Development Agency first began operating 15 separate, struggling transit companies as a single entity, at the request of the St. Louis civic and business leaders." The event was designed to recognize the impact and importance of Metrobus on the St. Louis region over the last half-century, while also celebrating the many successes the system has experienced throughout its history. Also in attendance was 97-year-old Eloise Reese, an original Metrobus rider that has ridden the bus her entire life.
In this edition of MTTV's People in Transit, we have Omnitrans Planning Director Rohan Kurupu. Born in heavily transit-dependent Sri Lanka, Kurupu was no stranger to transit as a child. He said that in the country, transit is something you're born into, and knowing routes and transit networks is like knowing a second language. Kurupu originally planned to become a lawyer and came to San Bernardino to study pre-law at Cal State University. While at the university, he took a part-time job with Omnitrans, gathering and analyzing information as an onboard transit checker. Kurupu had been working for Omnitrans for several months when in 1991, the American Disabilities Act was passed. Kurupu said his boss approached him and asked him to look over the new laws to prepare Omnitrans, so when he did, and then worked up a plan. Kurupu said his boss then encouraged him to get into transit planning. He had an associate's degree in electrical engineering and strong analytical and planning skills, plus experience with traffic engineering and signal design. With political science, pre-law studies, and policy training, Kurupu said he had a good foundation on law and regulations, so he gave up his law degree and got a master's in public policy and public administration. Of his many accomplishments, Kurupu is most proud of his role as father of the new SBX bus rapid transit line, which Omnitrans will launch in January 2014. Besides transit, he also enjoys making exotic wines and extreme adventure travel. Remember, we want to hear more about the people in transit and tell their stories. If you know anyone you think should be profiled, send me an email telling their story, and they could appear on a future broadcast of MTtv.
That's all for today's cast, and for the latest transit news, visit masstransitmag.com.